Hello, everyone. I'm Zelda Kelly with True Oracle Tarot Psychics. And there's a question that has been kind of going around that people are afraid to click on tarot readings. I understand that because tarot readings and tarot readers get a very, very bad rap. The biggest question is, can a demon enter into the reading? Well, my question to you is, do you want that? And if you don't, and if you're prayed up, and if you know that you're on a right track, there's no way. And if you're getting a reading from me or from anyone here, there's no way that that will happen with you as well. You know, I've got to say this. If a demon wants to get you, they'll get you. It doesn't have to be through a tarot reading. But the reality of it is this. You can be influenced by anything. Food, addictions. You can be influenced by a friend, a family member, a person, a relationship. You can even be influenced by a television show. How many times have you heard that? How about being influenced from another influencer on a social media platform, and you don't even have to have tarot readings involved? So, did you know that some of the tarot cards even have a biblical reference? The reality of this is the tarot is made for guidance and direction. There is a thing called free will. Now, when I read, I don't tell you all the bad stuff because you already know. What we do is we read on the bad stuff to see what you can do to navigate, to work through it by yourself. We're not here, I'm not here to give you any influence whatsoever to do in your life, to make sure that you're doing things the way that I say, because that's not the reality. That's not the way it's supposed to be. And you know what? With this turning over, I love this because it fits this very, very well. Sometimes it boils down to you making a choice. We all have to make choices in our lives. It doesn't matter what situation, circumstance. If we go to a friend or a family member or even someone we don't know, and there is something, well, let me ask you this. How many times have you gone to a friend not knowing they weren't really your friend and they told you what to do and you did it and it was wrong? You see, here's the thing. People are scared of that sort of thing. And you have more power in this right here than that all has over you if you are prayed up, if you know the direction you want to go. Now, the one thing that I see is that many people, they can be so overwhelmed and distracted by a certain particular situation that they lose track. They lose sight of the footing that they have, and they don't realize that they are more in control than what they even realize. But you see, a tarot reading can give you this. It can give you an idea. Now, it's up to you whether you want to take that idea and build upon it, or if you just want to say, okay, that's great, thank you so much, but it causes you to actually think through something. That's my idea. That is my gift to you when you ask me to read for you, is to make you stop and think about a particular situation in a way in which you can understand what it is that you need to do. There's always the good and the bad. But you know what? If we concentrate on the bad, that's when you attract the not so good. And I don't mean demons. And look, I'm just going to tell you, I do not believe a demon is around every corner. Why? Well, because we are probably more destructive and they probably can sit back and take a laugh at us. We have guidance and direction. We have divine guidance and direction. There is a thing called, once again, free will. I don't want you to worry about that. Now, the one thing I don't believe in is necromancy. If you ever heard the story of the witch of Endor in the books of Samuel in the Bible, it tells us that we are not supposed to raise the dead or ask for a soul to come back into the dead so we can get answers. I know that is a practice. Some people do that sort of thing. And I don't know. I think that kind of walks on the edge a little bit. But let me tell you this. The cards that have come out here is talking about we have a choice in our lives. This choice we make and we put the others behind us. However, that doesn't mean we can't turn around and also choose something else that companions the choice that we've already made. This is a fire element. The fire element proves that there's growth and opportunity. So if I came to you or you came to me and asked for a reading, and you asked me, Zelda, what is going to happen with my job? I can say to you, there's a choice that you have to make within your job, but there will be doors and opportunity open for you. You have to be aware of what those doors and opportunity are in order for you to proceed. Now, does that sound demonic to you? The choice is yours. But with this particular card, this card, also called the Lord of Wind and Breezes, because you see there's a lot of movement here. It's an encouraging card because with the sword going off the frame of the card, it pretty much says, you may have tried hard, but you know what? Don't give up. You're not done yet. You're going to be able to head into the situation straight on, and you're going to be able to come through with flying colors, with the red cloak and the red little scarf that this knight has. You're more control and more power than what you think. You have love and passion behind you. And the way that this knight looks, he's not going into battle. He does not have his face shield down. His sword is up. His face shield is up. He's racing to the situation to see what else that he can do. Now, with this particular card, it also is a major arcana card, and it also is the zodiac sign for Cancer. So if you're watching this and you're the sign of Cancer, this may resonate for you too. This card has a charioteer, and you can see he does not have reins to each one of these, animals with the Sphinx animals. Each one is going in a different direction. There's black and white. That means there's no gray area. That means that you have a choice. This charioteer has a choice. And by his choice and his mind's eye, he can decide which direction that he wants to go. This card usually denotes travel. It usually denotes when you are traveling, if you are a Cancer especially. There are many times you look so forward to a holiday or a vacation, and when you're actually on the holiday or vacation, you can't wait to get home. Many of us are like that. But there's another thing I want you to see. Do you see that the water behind this charioteer, the water comes from the high priestess robes. Water is life, and it flows continuously. So there's nothing wrong with this particular card. I'm going to tell you something. I do not predict death. I don't predict the bad things. What I do say, what I do give you, is that situations and peace come, and that's it. I don't give you a date of when someone or you will pass away. That's not for me to give. I wanted to pick out a couple of more cards here. This one is a card that has the Four of Swords. It's a knight who's laying down on top of a box. It's got a sword here and it's got 3 swords here. The swords are communication, but this knight needs a rest from whatever it is that he's been working on. But interestingly enough, you see in this mosaic, there is a word, P-A-X, and that's Latin for peace. There's peace needed in a situation. That certainly, if that came out, I would be telling you, you need to take a rest. You need to have a little bit of peace. So how about this card? Now, this looks kind of funny with all these characters. Just remember, this is the artist rendition. But in this card, there are some biblical references. Each character here not only represent the 4 seasons, but they represent the 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And you see that each one is writing some things down. That's because everything that we do in life is recorded here on earth and in heaven. There's another thing here. See, this wheel and the Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune has the letters T-O-R-A. That is the Torah. That is the first few books of the Bible, also called the Septuagint in the Greek. What are these other characters, these Hebrew letters? They're basically the name of God. So this fellow, while he's looking a little on the weird side, this card means the Wheel of Fortune, our lives go in waves. And in this life, sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. And usually when this card comes out, you're on an upswing. And it's an indication for me that there is more to this than meets the eye, meaning that you have to sometimes look a little deeper within your own life. So I do not want you to be worried. Now, have I given readings before where people have acted like they are possessed or acted upset? Yes. Yes, I have. And it is a little on the scary side. But I too am protected. I'm prayed up. I am a believer. And I don't allow that sort of thing to come into my life. I recognize the negative. And when you're getting a reading, you'll know instinctively. Your heart will know if someone is on the right track or if they're just there to collect money and feeding you full of the brown stuff. I strive every day to tell people the truth in what I see. And you can find readers like that. But is there a demon in every tarot? No, there is not. So it is up to you, my darling. With free will, you can make your decision what you want to do. But I wanted to just clear that up for you and let you know that it's not as evil as what you think. Because the reality is, you just sometimes need a friend who will give you some guidance and direction and good advice that is not nefarious or that has benefit to someone else. Thanks so much for watching, my darlings. I really appreciate you. I love this, and I love you. Thanks so much, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for readings and to shop for tarot guides and even to read cards. And I'm going to leave our website at the end screen. Thanks a lot for watching, and you be well. Bye for now.